Welcome back to HOLMAKRA for the Pioneer Series, Episode 4, with me, MrSealyp. I have just taken delivery of our new trailer. This is another towed behind one. Gives me options then if we do get a vehicle that's got a tow bar and that kind of thing, with a log bunk or an IT runner type thing, anything like that, we can have a look at those as an option. So that's going to sit there for a little while. Like I say, that is leased, so that can sit there now. If we get close to midnight, I can always give that back, maybe. We didn't get clobbered too badly actually overnight for the lease of that, but we'll see what happens. This one is the Flegel... Where are we? Flegel log trailer. It's supposed to be with the MAN TGX 26640 because that's the truck with the log bunk on the back and a tow hitch. I think that one comes with a crane as well, so you can load it all from there. Now, one thing I am concerned about, because I haven't used this one before, is that says there hidden collision or visible collision, which means it's technically two separate log bunks. Now, if I take that off, I don't know if that means the collision's still there but it's just hidden away, you can't see it, or there is no collision, so you have it like that, so you've got two split log bunks, or there's not. So all I can do is see really when we start putting the first load on. That said, I've got nothing cut, so what we'll do now, in our constant quest to progress, we'll get that over there, get it ready for loading, and then we'll have a look at cutting some more trees down. Still trying to think, because my little crane will pick up 2-3 logs no problem at all. Generally speaking, when you cut each tree, the longer ones I'm getting 4 pieces out of, 3 thick ones, thickish ones, and then one sort of spindly bit on the end. Whether or not I'm better off cutting them in place, but then it means I've got to get them from the woods, like the forest, down to the trailer. At the moment I'm letting the hill do that, gravity's letting them all roll down, but then it takes a while to tidy them all up at the bottom. Problem I have got is that my little kind of wheel loader, skid steer loader, the 356, just hasn't got the oomph to get up and down that hill particularly quickly. So, just trying to think of really the best bet for doing this. That looks so much different. Now am I gonna farm this patch of land? No. This patch of land is where we're making our money, and then what we'll be doing is looking for a patch of land, even if we have to log it, which we probably will have to, that's fairly flat. If it's not completely flat, we can do a bit of work on it. That's not a problem. I'll stick that just there for the time being. So we have got these in the ground. Tidied them up a little bit and chopped all the little really spindly ends off. What I'll probably do is pick those up with this, because it'll be a little bit easier. They're all thin, and I'll get some of those laid on there as on the bottom. Some might be a little bit short, but I can adjust these log bunks. That's the other good thing with this. These ones can go midway as well, which I might do, but I was just thinking for loading at the moment, the wider that space is, the better. So maybe I'll put a load of logs down first and then I'll put these on. I don't know, they look like they'll fit. But anyway, that said, up the hill, it's a bit of a slog up, but so the point I made in the last episode, it's got all our lights on, of having that to one side, kind of come at it already to the side, which is fine. Turn it on. So when I pull that to one side, it's not wanting to twist because it's already turned. I've already twisted it. And it should then prevent the log swinging towards the cab, which is what I've had problems with them doing. Which it's kind of doing, but it won't come too far. In theory. You see what I mean about them dropping? If you can get them to lay fairly flat. I'm getting 3 main ones and a thin spindly one. Push them down the hill is fantastic, but it needs tidying up at the bottom. So I'm just trying to think, really. Having them up here, I need to go up and down the hill. Unless I've got something with a bit more grunt and I can get the trailer up here, the log trailer, but then that just becomes... I've then got to get back down again, and it all gets a little bit sketchy on the steep hill, so... Now, if I swing that around a bit... Whoa, it doesn't like that. Really didn't like that at all, did it? Now the other thing I have been doing, because sometimes the logs are going off in the wrong direction, let's turn that off. Let's get the torch on. Is with a smaller log, manipulating these so you can swing them around a little bit to get them to roll a bit better. The smaller ones like these, the thinner ones, I can just pick up and honk down the hill. That's not a problem. And then they can join the poles at the bottom. I just snip the ends off them. It's another reason why I wanted to take out all the tree stumps down here, because a lot of the logs were going down this hill and they were hitting tree stumps and getting hung up, which didn't help either. The slightly thick one, this one I might be able to move. Oh no, maybe not. No, won't let me on this one. Maybe that one. Yeah, that one will let me. Like I say, if I get them at an angle and they start to roll, there's a risk they roll off that direction. So it's just about turning them. I think I had a log over here. Did I leave it over here? Or did I take it away? No, I did. So, you might have seen me do this on Sussex. This was that kind of thing. When we realised there were certain things you could pick up, the manipulation, I say we, I did on the video say who told me this, and I can't for the life of me remember who it was off the top of my head. But what we can do is just give that a bit of a shove. Hopefully turn it around enough that we can get it rolling. Same with that one. That one won't want to move now because there's stuff on top of it. Right, let's get that one to go, shall we? You can do this to the vehicle. Go too hard on it, and that happens. But yeah, so I've just been a bit of fiddle around with the logs. Either that, or I just bring the buffalo jewel closer to the edge so that when they cut they roll automatically, but sometimes they don't. Come on, it's working perfectly earlier. So always as soon as I start recording, everything just says, nah, I can't be bothered now. I don't want to do your silly thing. Go on, go on. You know you want to. There we go. And this one risks rolling off in that direction, so if I can push this end, it might twist. Please twist. Of course not. Oh, dearie me. Never mind, but just to show you, it is doable. It depends how much time you want to spend doing things manually. There goes that one. But they can end up all over the place. I might need to load that pile because I now risk throwing a log down and it knocking that pile everywhere. So, if you don't want to roll it, you can do it from the end. So, again, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That time it doesn't. Gently does it. Go on. No, it doesn't want to move. Nope. Nope, doesn't want to go. Right, skid still over on that one, I think. But anyway, like I say, I'll carry on doing what I've done before. I'll get a few logs down the bottom, try and load this up. When I do try the first one, we'll have a look and see. Actually, you know what? Stop prevaricating around the bush and get on with it. Let's just chop the end off of that. That can then join this pile here. So let's see. Oh, did I miss a stump? I did. This is where I'm going to find out whether or not we do have... Oh, it's not particularly great, is it? Come on. Come on, I'm jumping up and down on it. There we go. I don't know if me jumping on it had any impact. So, like I say, what we'll do... Ooh, it's heavy. Well, I don't think we're going to get many more on this than we did on the other one. I thought I will get double the amount on here, no problem at all. Oh, I was supposed to change the cut length to 12, wasn't I? That's why. Okay, let's try this first. What am I getting hooked up on? It's weird. These tines are a lot higher. I may need to invest in either that extension on the arm or a telehandler, I think. We may be at that point. I thought this would go down between there, no problem at all. But that could be the collision. Yeah. That's midway, isn't it? It's getting caught up. So that hidden collision, there is a collision there. It's just you can't see it. Yep. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I picked the wrong trailer. That just cost me 30 grand. Okay, well that's not going to work. I mean, if I was doing shorter ones, like 6s or 7s, I know it does say, I think on the mod hub it's designed for that. Right, swap it out. Oh man. Right, I'm hurtling back. I took a bit of a hit on it. Weirdly, I don't know whether this is a problem that's been on the map since the beginning. I couldn't sell the trailer in the sell point. It came up saying it was going to be giving me 26 grand. I think I bought it for 30 or 31. So I was going to take a bit of a hit on it. and it wouldn't let me sell. Every time I clicked X, nothing, wouldn't let me sell. So I had to sell like from the online store menu, and it only offered me 22, so I took a bit of a hit. That said, I've just bought the North Modding Company PT818, and this was cheaper to buy than the original one was, so I kind of gained a little bit back. Yeah, there is some logic there somewhere. The great thing with this is I can adjust the length, so what I'm going to do, I think, is I'll put these 10s on, and then the next load I cut I'll do 12s. Why did I go into that ditch? That's the last thing I need. So what I should be able to do is adjust that forward. It does leave the bar sticking out the back, but how long are we looking? Should be alright on that, shouldn't we? So I'll get a layer of these on first, and then, like I say, we may need to be looking at a wheel loader as well. Then I can put those thinner ones on, maybe some at the front, some at the back. Right, let's see if this works this time. Yeah, these are much higher. Could be this is where I run out of steam here. Oh no, as long as I can get over, because I've got that gap in the middle, I can bring them down inside. Oh, that's alright. And we're looking either end. Not too bad. Give that a shove over. Not to the end, like that. Fantastic, right. So I'll get my first layer down like that. Then I'll go back up. Next cuts will be 12s, so they'll overhang a bit further off the back. I think we'll do it off the back. We'll see what we get for a full load on this. I mean, to be fair, I was doing 10s on the other one, no problem at all. And I probably could have got with 12s overhanging off the back. So it's about finding that sweet spot on length where you're getting maximum money per log you're putting on. If you go out longer to sort of 14s or beyond, I find, especially if you've got a whole tree in, which I did in that previous episode, you actually don't make as much money putting a full tree in. You're better off cutting it in half. I think where we're going to come into a bit of a problem is when we get to the higher stack. When we get right to the top, that's when we're going to start having issues. But for the time being, yeah, that probably wasn't too great, was it? As long as I can turn the cab for turning corners will be good. We will be golden. Let's give that a nudge. Like I say, I need something to get up the hill really. Maybe a telehandler with a bit more horsepower might be the way to go for that. Right then, back into the Buffalo Duel. What I'm going to do now is change the cut length, so we're going to take that to 12 metres. Hopefully we'll see a difference. We shall see. To be honest with you, I might, when we decide to buy a tree harvester, I think I'm going to buy... Where's that not working? That's better. An actual... Because obviously this one is more like a forwarder with the tree harvesting head. Seriously, that's the first time that's happened. There we go. Come on. This was just a horrible angle, isn't it? That's better. Look to come out between the trees. So 12s. We should get 3 in a little bit now, I reckon. On the longer trees, obviously. Longer, taller trees. Longer cuts, taller trees. Yep, tiny bit off the end. Fantastic. That's better. Let's make sure I go right way across. I've got a lot further I can go that way as well, which I haven't. I'm kind of doing a strip up towards where my little caravan is. Just realised that's going to be in the way, isn't it? Away they go, smashing into the vehicles below. That's where I run the risk. That's what I didn't want to do. Staying a little bit further up the hill, I avoided that. If the tree starts to swing down the hill itself, it then gets harder to cut. Oh, I need 2 out of that one. Just see, look, this is our caravan just through there. We're not far off it, actually. Clear that area out. Nope. That Oh, it's a mess down there. Maybe moving this one will help the other one to go. Yeah, we've got some movement. We did have. There we go. Where's the other one gone? Right, let's get loading. I'm nearly loaded. Unfortunately, I have reached the limit of what the Massey 356 can do. So, time for another upgrade. This goes back. Let's see what we get next. The bank balance has taken a bit of a hit, but we have gone with the Massey Ferguson 9407. This is the modded one that can be strapped down onto trailers, and it also means you can change colours and stuff like that. I've gone for yellow so it stands out in the woodland. I've got the same log fork on the front, the double log fork from the CZ back. I like that, and I've got the Art Mechanic PT25 weight on the back to counterbalance the logs we're going to be putting on. Great thing being now, it says that we're going to be able to. Oh, that's weird. Hang on, that's better. Yeah, we're going to be able to get much higher lift, which means we're going to be able to get the logs on far easier. We won't have to worry about trying to manhandle them. In the way, yeah, at the top end having to shove the telehandler. Plus this goes to 26, which means it's double the speed of the 356, but we stuck with the Massey Ferguson. Actually, yeah, that's just dawned on me. That wasn't my intention, but we've stuck with the Massey Ferguson, which is great. Can I pick up both of these? I might not be able to grab the other one. Yeah, let's try it. I might have to give one of these a bit of a shove to line it up properly. We are getting to the capacity of the trailer, but I'm hoping if I can get this on the top. Okay, that was weird. Hasn't done that before. Oh well, do one at a time. As you can see, the boom's already higher, but then I can just. Hang on. Let's get down the weight. Perfect. I could still get another 3 maybe in the middle, and I might even be able to get some more on the top of that. That weight on the back is balancing out nicely. Shove over, maybe I won't get another 3 on there. It's got a slight bend on that one actually. We will try. Farm dog's loving it. Maybe not loving it. Oh, this is so much easier. Get that in position just about there. Nice. So I need a thick to thin the other way. Let's go with that one there. Whoa! Should we put the boom in or down? How much more can I get away with on that? Not sure. Come on. Might get another one there. Potentially another one there. If I go thick that end, thin this end, it might sit alright. I think we'll probably be there, unless I got enough room to get another one on the top. It's a risk, let's see. What I've just done is swung the truck round so I can try, if I can, to get this one on from this side. Don't know whether it's going to work, but we might get lucky. Or what I could do is potentially set it in place, put the straps on and then take the forks out, maybe. Come on, just sit there, just nicely. Wasn't my intention for it to go there, but right, that will do. It's held in place. Let's do the straps. What we'll do, we'll end the episode as we've ended, I think, pretty much all of them so far, with the sale of the trailer. Now, I think the most I had so far was it 66 or 68,000 was the most I've got for a load. These are 10 metre on the bottom, 12 metres from there on in. Let's switch that to that. Bring that in. Turn the beacon off and get this out of the way. Right. That is full. There are a couple of steps I can do for the next load. As you see the 12 metre ones come out to here. This I'm going to bring further back to about here. So that should give us a nice bit of space and a bit more even load. Won't have as much, well, that will still be sticking out the back, but these will be further back. And then we have options on another trailer as part of this little pack. The one that came out alongside the PTA18. And the PTA18 hooks onto the back of that, so potentially we can even double this load, which I'll be looking at doing. Now we've got the new telehandler, again we can speed up our process. We'll see what we get for this. If 12 metre logs works out to be a good price and we can load up and this is why you can't take these things in and out through the forest, especially when it's like this. You need a forwarder, because something like that can happen. This is designed to be hauling on the roads, nice and flat, where it doesn't give you a heart attack. Now I spent 93,000 on the telehandler we just bought with the log fork on the front. If I can get anywhere near that, this load has pretty much covered the cost of that, buying the new bit of equipment. So I'll see you there in a minute. Let's see what we get. We are now officially shifting truckloads. It's brilliant. So, what did I say? 66, didn't I? Oh, please let it be more than 66. If it's not, we might as well go back to 10 metre loads. It's got to be worth more, hasn't it? Surely. Let's go again. 68? Is that all? We may have reached... Oh, that should have been way more than that. I think then the test next is going to be leave that as is, do a full load of 10s. If I get a similar amount of money for 10s, I'll stick at 10s. There's no point doing 12s and earning the same amount of money. I suppose I could do a load of 11s and see, you know, we're getting into kind of finicky territory there, but I was convinced we'd be looking at 80, 90 grand for that load. Don't get me wrong, it's good money. I'm sure it should have been better than that. Anyway, as we often do at this point, as we're heading back to get the next load, well, I've got to cut a load down first, but we have come to the end of another episode. We are moving forward, we have got more machinery, got a new trailer, got a new telehandler. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.